My name's Brent Neighbors, and I'm going to be one of the teachers for work experience. And what we're going to do today here is I sent out a video that kind of shows a previous semester's orientation. So we're just going to kind of cover what we need to do for this semester. Hopefully everybody here is employed and is working. Now, if you are working full time, you should have this class done pretty darn quick. You can go back to January 10th, start inputting all your hours. If you are working that many hours and doing a lot, you should be done probably here before St. Patrick's Day. And I would appreciate it if you would turn all your paperwork and get done. That way, you can get down this class and concentrate on your other stuff. Okay. So what I'm going to do first off, before we take any questions, I'm going to share my screen and show you the Canvas shell of what you need to do. So here we go. Give you screen 2, share. Hopefully y'all can see that. Let me get my screen where I can see everybody. Good. Thank you very much, Destiny. I'm going to try to make my screen wider so I can see all you guys while I'm talking on my screen. But here we go. All right. This is my shell, and most teachers, they're going to look somewhat similar. As you can see here, we're talking about our 2 different classes that we're having, and today is the last meeting. We do have a late start class, and that's Mrs. Holden for the 19V. It won't start until March. I think there is still a few openings. If you have a friend, that will be a 9-week class with Mrs. Holden. What we need to do here is we're going to go over the syllabus. So I click, and then right here, you'll see, and it's going to open up. I'm going to make it wide. Hopefully you can see that whole screen there. Can you see it all? Mm-hmm. Yay. I'm going to bring it up just a little bit so the old man can see it. You see, here's the objectives and all this other stuff. Your job is to work and increase the level of competency at your environment and you're going to write some evaluations of personal learning objectives at the beginning, not every week. Okay. Just once. Now, if I scroll down, website is Canvas. There is no text. The big part of this class is volunteer hours. Excuse me. We do have volunteer hours, but we're very strict on them and where you're doing them at. I've only ever approved a couple of volunteer hours. What we'd like you to stick to is the paid. It's a little easier. So for every unit that you want, it's 75 hours. Now, if you want 2, it's 150. You want 3, it's 225. By default, unless you don't recognize it when you register, it automatically by default on WebAdvisor registers you for 1 unit. I would suggest that everybody goes back in WebAdvisor and they look at how many units they registered for. If it's 1 unit, that's 75 hours. If that's what you wanted, great, we're in business. If you want 2 or 3 units, it's real easy. All you do is call the school, 325-5200, and you ask for admissions and records and say, you know what, I made a mistake. I only signed up for 1 unit. I want to pay for the 2 extra units to add in. Yay. They will take your money whenever you want to. In fact, even the last week before finals, they'll take your money. They will not give it back after Friday. It's theirs. So I highly suggest you do not go and register for 6 units thinking you're very ambitious and you're going to get this all done. Because if you get almost in the semester and you've only completed 4, they're not going to give you the money back for 2. And you see there, if it's 6 units, I have to give you, I expect 450 hours. To be upfront with you, 6 units will transfer to any college just because they only up to 6 units. So what I always tell my students to do is 3, and then next semester do another 3. It helps balance it out. If you're trying to leave this semester and get to the next level of college and you do need 6 units, we can make that happen. It's not free units. You do have to work and you can't disappear on us. How you're graded. We have a syllabus quiz. Open book, open everything. It's 10 points. You can redo it as many times as you want. Everybody has to do it. If you don't do it, we're going to drop it. We're going to drop you for no participation. Okay. That's how we kind of gear that. You will have an objective sheet about what you're going to be doing, and your boss will sign it, and then you will turn it in on Canvas back to us. We really need that done pretty darn quick. All right. We'll have a visitation sheet, a time that we will come visit you or do FaceTime, or we'll do a phone call with your boss and you. You'll have to turn a timesheet in, and I'm going to show you where that form is. And there's a contract. So all these, this contract also includes a selfie of you and kind of your supervisor slash boss slash environment where you work. You're going to have to take a selfie, and you're going to upload that into Canvas as well. The reason we do that is for the state. If the state audits us, we have proof of where you work and that it is a legit business by the picture, and also by your supervisors will either call, they'll do a chat, a Zoom meeting, or do FaceTime. It's kind of up to you, each teacher. Here's your grades, course requirements, which you can go over, course policies, what your manager responsibility are, what the students' responsibilities are, and what the teacher's responsibilities are. Okay, you need to go over those. It's real important. Basically, you're responsible getting all the paperwork in and done on time. That's what we're trying to get across here in this. Now let's talk about where your paperwork is. I'm going to give you a student view because sometimes you don't get to see it the right way. I'm going to go into modules, and you'll see here, what is due this semester. These are all, this is where you upload it. Where's your neighbors? Where do I find the forms? We're going to go right here. This is where the quiz is on all work experience. You got to take that ASAP. All your forms are right here, and they're in a PDF. So let's look at your objective sheet that we would like turned in fairly quick. You come right in here and you can print this out, take a piece of paper or pencil, fill it out. If you have Adobe DC or Pro, you can fill this out online. It works perfectly. Your objectives, excuse me, I'm yelling again. I don't know what's up. The objectives you have to fill out are right here. So you only do it once at the beginning. So let's say you work at Lowe's and you're in the lumber area. So what your objective is to make sure my area is straightened. So that's what I put for A. How am I going to do that? When I come on work, I'm going to walk up and down the aisles of my area and make sure they're all straightened. B could be make sure everything's labeled and priced correctly. I will do that by getting my price sheet, looking at the new stuff, the new SKUs to make sure we're doing it. Do you see what I'm saying all the way down? Real easy. Don't kill yourself. It's not a dissertation, but do remember we need your supervisor at work signature. So don't say, I do nothing at work. How am I going to do that? By sitting in a chair. Your supervisor's not going to like that. Okay. So once you've done that, you printed it, kind of tells you how to get it back to us. But what I like to do, and that's your objective. I'm going to go back to modules real quick. And here's your objective sheet area. What has worked out easiest in the past is I have students use Genius Scan that makes a PDF. If you want to do it on your iPhone, you want to do it whatever you want. But please, 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 that's objectives. Take this. What is that? Okay. Here's what we're going to do. That's a quiz. Why is that quiz coming up? Maybe because did I click on the wrong area? Did it's wrong priced? That's up there. Well, you're going to click here. You can take a picture of whatever you're going to do. Take a picture of it. It has to be something nice. Don't do it so small we can't see it. Let me look at the timesheet if there's a better way to upload it. Oh, it's taking me, since I'm not a student, I'm going to log out of this. Leave student view. Okay, so when I go in, it looks like this. Preview it. You're going to come down there. You're going to upload that picture of that objective sheet that you signed and your supervisor has signed and you filled out. It shows you how to download the Genius Scan to make a PDF. Makes it real easy on us. But if you choose to take a picture of it, if you're an Apple user, sometimes by default, they do the HEIC files, which you could upload, but we can't see them and you're not going to get a grade. So here's a little link on how to convert your HEC files to JPEG so we can look at them in the browser. So each one of your sheets, your forms, which are found here, will be uploaded. Your timesheet, your exit contract, and your selfies. So there's another form. You will use your Genius Scan or your nice phone that makes a PDF or nice JPEG. That is where the exit contract will go. And then your selfie will go right here. You'll just upload the picture. It's as easy as that. Let's look at some of these forms that you have to work with. One is a timesheet. And what I would suggest you do is go by week, not by day, because you're going to fill the sheet up too quick and it's going to go off the end. In your description, just write up what you did. I waitressed, I served whatever. Yes, it can be listed several times, but just put it there. At the end, you notice your instructor will have to sign and you have to sign and the date that we visited or we're on Zoom. Okay. So that's that one. Let's look at another one. Forms. Here's something you should know. Your objective sheet comes in towards the beginning of class. Your timesheet and contract will come in before we could come visit you. So when you finish your hours, make sure these are all done and uploaded as well. Okay. Your contract looks like this. A lot of information for you to fill out. You restate your objectives here and your supervisor can circle how well you did these. Evaluate you here. Fill this all out. Page 2, your strong points, your weak points, overall grading, your signature, your supervisor's signature, and our college will do it once it's uploaded. Okay. That is the class. You have 1, 2, 3, plus a selfie and a quiz to get done. I can't stress enough that this syllabus has got to be done or we will drop you by February 2nd, period. One of the biggest problems we do have with this class is that students disappear. I mean, they start the class and we never hear from them. There's not an email, there's nothing. We do not want to be visiting your place of employment during finals week. It's crazy enough. We got to get our grades done. We don't want to chase you around. We have no problem giving you an F if you're not participating in doing your share of the work and staying at least in contact every once in a while by sending your teacher an email or something. Okay. Or responding. A lot of times they'll send us an email. Hey, are you still there? I don't see you doing any work. Well, how do you know that the students are there or not? Well, we can go into a thing right here called people and we watch your activities. And if your activities as an instructor, you don't get to see it. I do. If you are doing 0 login time to the site, we're going to become very, very concerned. And you're going to start getting emails. Where are you? Are you there? What is your plan to finish? Reply to those emails, please. If your life changes, I get it. Please let us know. You get a job making $180,000 a year for Caltrans. Take it. I will be the first person to say, take it and run, go for it. But let us know and drop the class. Okay. You don't want to come back. Let's say you come back in 10 years, you want to finish your degree up because you want to be an engineer now for Caltrans because you know how to do it and you got it inside way. You're going to have to answer why you failed and didn't drop a work experience class. You don't want that. Okay. So what I want to do now, let's stop my share, bring everybody back to this class. And I want to ask, question. There's a little, there's that little bottle down there under reactions. You can raise your hand And if you have questions, I'd like it to start that way and I can answer them. Amy.
So for my job, I have a supervisor and a lead, but my supervisor isn't the one that's like on campus with me, like supervising my actual work. So should I have my lead sign
Which
the,
one do you like the best that's going to work with you?
probably my lead?
Then that's one I would do.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Hold on. All right. Garcia, Emily.
Hi, I do work full time. However, because of COVID, we are working remotely. So the only issue I'm gonna have is the selfie.
You can do a selfie in your office with Zoom behind you.
So I will just call her on Zoom and
Yeah.
take a picture of that, or
Totally fine. To tell you the truth, the rumor is it's coming down the pipe. I could totally be wrong, but February 1st, everything opens back up.
we were told that we are not gonna go back possibly to the end of February.
Well, you're in the same ballgame, someplace in February. This class probably for you, you'll be finishing up in March and you might be able to go in to get that picture. So don't say no until you can't do it. You know what I mean?
So don't worry about the selfie now.
I wouldn't worry about it now. I'd worry about once your hours are done. Because you
Okay.
know what? Quite possibly, we never thought there'd be 4 versions of this COVID. There could be the return of COVID-4 that's now twice the strength of Omicron and it'll be in the movie theater soon. So I don't know what's happening. I'm part of it with you guys. You know, I teach an on-campus class on what is it? My IS 15 class. I teach it on Monday, Wednesdays at 1 to 2:30. It's a ghost town. There's nobody there. The only good thing is I can park wherever I want to.
Right.
So who knows what's going to happen? They think they're going to pack the classes in the fall. I don't know. I don't know. So does that help you a little bit?
It does. And then also because I do work full time, and I want to add on more units, I just have to fill out more timesheets. Is that correct?
No, you will still have to fill that out, but you're going to have to cancel the cancel contact admissions and records to add those units. I would add them slowly as opposed to one big force because there's no deadline except for during finals week you can't add. So you might want to do it slowly. Once you get your 3 units, add one more and then maybe add another. You know what I mean? After you get your units or hours.
Okay.
Be smart about it because we can't give you your money back.
Thank you.
All right. Jacob, Maura, you're up.
All right. I was wondering, like, so if there is like let's say I have to like get another or get a different job, how would I go about like if there's like a career change, I guess, like how would I go about like
Are you already working for a while at a job where you want to count hours?
Yeah, I've already got like I don't plan on having to like
That's fine.
I might have to, yeah, I might have to get a job.
Fill it out.
Mhm.
What you have now, if you get another job and you start, redo the forms and upload those as well.
Okay. The issue is that there might be a change in location too. So like I might not have the old job anymore. Will I just have to like renew it for the new one?
No, just put the hours down for when you left.
Okay.
We'll visit you on the new one.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. Trey.
Yeah, so my question was more like specific to my job actually.
Okay.
So I got a job coaching at like a high school coaching baseball and then like a week Fowler High School.
Yeah, that'll be. That's where I started when I was in college. Yeah, I helped coach football out there.
Yeah, well, and then a week before like we started, they said you guys still have the job, but there's no money. So it technically became a volunteer job now.
Welcome to education. You're kind of volunteer, but not. Whatever you want to do is fine.
Okay, so I can turn it on volunteer hours.
Yeah, that should be paid, by the way, but it's volunteer.
Okay, and then the timesheet, is it due every week?
No, at the end once your hours are completed.
Okay, that was my question. Thank you.
You're welcome. Lily. Wardick.
Hello.
Monica. Lily, are you up? You had your hand up.
I had a question on the timesheet.
Yes.
I had a screenshot of it. 1 second. And you said instead of days, write it by weeks, correct? So
Yes, that's what it says on the title at the top. Do not do every day listed there. You'll run out of paper.
okay. And then same hours if you work remotely. If they're shorter, that's fine as long as we get the hours for the units. Is that
Just-
my
yeah,
correct understanding?
Yes, they can change
Okay.
weekly, daily, just as long as you keep track of them and you get your hours that you need.
Okay, perfect. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Monica,
Hi, I have a question. I work with Instacart. How does it work with a worksheet?
I only got half it because your mic cut out.
And I work with Instacart and how it's work with the worksheet.
Who's your supervisor at the college?
Not at college, Instacart.
Who's your teacher at the college right now for
Oh.
this class?
I have two units. One is you, and then another one starting in March.
Okay, that's with Mrs. Holden. Here's what I would do on your screen, on Instagram, on your phone. It lists your day-to-day or week-to-week hours. That's what I would list. I would take screenshots and print them out. And when you turn in your timesheet, you can show them to your supervisor, meaning your teacher,
Okay, it's screenshot every week.
at the end of each week. Does Instacart list all the weeks or only like sometimes it only lists a couple weeks at a time? Does it list all of them?
Yes, every day, all the weekend show every day show the hours and the,
Then that'll be proof for enough. You can do at the end, you can do screenshots and at the same time, fill out every week what you work for Instacart.
okay, thank you.
Okay, Hunter, Brianna.
Okay, I just had a question regarding like having two jobs. So would we have to just get like two different like pictures with our like
Yeah.
supervisors? Okay.
And you could do all you young kids know that stuff. You can put them together and put them on one picture, like half and half after you take them.
Okay.
And that way you don't have to upload twice.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Can't be that easy. Anybody else out there?
Yes. Hello.
Hello to you.
How are you?
Good. Thank you.
In my case, I would like to know who will be my supervisor if I'm a self-employed.
It will probably be, you'll have to talk to your individual teacher about that at the college. They can probably figure it out. Do you have a business? Do you have a shop? Do you have invoices? Do you have anything like that?
No, I don't have a shop. I'm a self-employed. I'm delivering myself.
Okay. And you have invoices, right? Or do you have pay cards?
Yeah, I have invoices.
Then you can keep those, but I would talk with your college teacher to work this deal out. Okay.
All right.
Yours is unique.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Michael, did you have a question? Or did you just put it down?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Anybody else out there? Oh, there's another one up. Bots.
Yeah, I just had a quick question. Like, what are the various ways we can, because you said you guys have to, your supervisor or someone has to visit or like the instructor has to visit your workplace?
A visit to your workplace, a drive-by, kind of drive by out front, and then you and your supervisor wave, a FaceTime or Zoom.
FaceTime or Zoom? Okay.
Okay.
All right. So,
if you can figure out a way and we can listen to what you want to do it, we can probably allow it to happen. We're very flexible on that. We just have to make sure you are where you are supposed to be.
Okay, got it. And what time is like when we meet our hours, like the quarters that we want to?
When your hours are done is when you're going to contact your instructor. You'll have your contract already signed and your timesheet already signed and uploaded to Canvas. You will call and say, I'm ready.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
It sounds easy right now, but half you guys are going to disappear. And we're only going to chase you for so long until we just say you're done.
Okay, understood. Got it.
Lily.
Okay, sorry, I keep getting kicked from the meeting, but I had a quick question about the hours. The total, like for the units, for one unit, you do 75 hours for like what time period?
The
Just
whole
like whenever
entire
we
18
get
weeks since from January 10th to May 20th, is it? Something like that?
Oh, okay, so we just turn in however many. So if we do like 200 hours sooner than May, we just turn that in
You
whenever
upload
we're
it,
done with the
you
hours.
upload it to Canvas and you're done. But if you're only sign up for 1 unit, you only have 1 unit, you only have to have 75.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you
Sounds
want
good.
more, you can buy them from the college. Just call and say, here's my course number. I want to go from 1 unit to 2 or 3.
Okay.
But as soon as you upload all your paperwork and email or contact your instructor, you can consider it done once we make contact and do some type of a drop by or something, or a FaceTime or a phone call.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Emily.
Hi, so I work 75 hours every 2 weeks. So I'll be
Want you
done.
done by St. Patrick's Day with everything uploaded so that we can then figure out who's your teacher at the college.
Oh, Beller? Ted? I can't remember.
Is it Tanner Bedwell?
Yes, Ted.
Then you better have it all up and posted so that he can come by before spring break, or I always say before we go to St. Patrick's Day.
So if I am gonna add on more units, every time I add on another unit,
It's
will I have
75
to do
hours.
another,
75 hours.
but we have to do another check-in with my supervisor?
No, it'll just keep going. You don't even have to check. Don't check in with your supervisor till you're done adding the units all the way and finished.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
You're so welcome. Robert, you had a question?
It was pretty much the same thing. Because I work 2 jobs, so I'm gonna accumulate hours pretty fast here. Am I able to, once my supervisors sign off on the paperwork, am I able to submit it, or do I have to wait till May?
Everything is submitted on Canvas when you are done.
Okay.
So if you are done right now, as soon as this meeting's over and everything's signed by you and your supervisor and the selfie, you may upload it and your teacher will see that you were done and they will contact you and say, when can I drop by or FaceTime or call you?
Okay. Okay. Sweet.
This is a self-serve class. We will come by as soon as you're done, but we will not chase you during finals week. That is a no-no.
Absolutely. All right, my man. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Well, oh, there we go. Yes.
Yeah, I had another question that popped in my head because I work at Vons and I work in the online shopping department. And I work in the afternoon shift. So I technically have like the store manager, the department manager, but then my actual shift lead. Kind of similar question to earlier. So because I had like that shift lead, but should I get the one I work with the most, or should
pick the one that works best with you?
Gotcha. Okay, understood. That makes
And
sense.
we'll meet their schedule. Just pick the one that works best with you.
Gotcha.
Some
All right.
some offices and big corporations will not allow, they're not allowed to fill out the contract observation at the end where they kind of evaluate you. Don't worry, just communicate with your instructor. We'll work it out.
Okay, got it.
There is no problems in this class. If you find a barrier, you find a solution and talk to your teacher at the college and offer the solution to them. 99.9% of the time, they're going to say yes if it's a valid solution. All right.
Okay. Got it.
Awesome. It's 5:30 and I think we're done. I might just sit here and sing the rest of the time. If you would, I'm going to stop recording.